Frenches. How are you guys doing today? I hope that you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, then hello. My name is Carrington. I hope that if you enjoy this type of content, as well as if you enjoy shop my stashes, get ready with me, product reviews, empties, unboxings, talking about makeup, all those things, then definitely hit that subscribe button, click the little bell so you're notified of all my future uploads. And if this is your 10th time, 100th time, 50th time, second time here, and you also have not yet hit that subscribe button, I absolutely invite you to do so that way you can join this dumpster fire, dumpster fire, dumpster fire of a channel. If you guys are excited to see what we're going to be doing in today's video, then definitely keep on watching. So one night, it was late, I couldn't go to sleep, and so I was literally scrolling through like past YouTube videos, and this is when I came up when I saw like my empties, and there would be months that I was really excited about the amount of makeup products that I was able to go through. So then I was like, it's the end of the year. Like, the year is over. I don't project myself using up any more makeup products, as most of the things from this month's Shop My Stash are brand new. So I doubt I ever make it through them. But I decided I was going to make a list of all the products, all the makeup products that I had used, write down the prices, and see how much money I had used up. I'm not going to compare how much money I've actually spent because it is way, way, way beyond this. But I figured I would toss up a picture, say how much it's worth, and talk a little bit about the product and if it's something I'm going to be repurchasing or not. So if you guys are excited to see all the makeup products I've used, the cost of each and every one of them, and whether or not they are even worth repurchasing, then you are most definitely going to want to keep watching. Go ahead and let's dive on into the first product, which is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is not the matte one. This is the original. This is probably the first foundation that I have used up since probably, I want to say, like 2017 or 2018. That's about when I got really, really into makeup and I started going on like a crazy like buying streak. But before then, I feel like I only stuck with one foundation, and I, for the life of me, can't remember what it is. But then I went and I bought a whole bunch of foundations, and the one that like consistently stuck with me was the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is a $40 foundation, and granted, it's a $40 foundation. I love that foundation. I think that is such a great foundation. It definitely starts out as a medium. You can build it up to full coverage if you need to, but I love the formula of it, and I have, in fact, already repurchased. I did repurchase that because I do love the formula. It's such a good formula. I have already repurchased that. It's definitely one of my favorite foundations that, even though I've tried out so many foundations since 2017 or 2018, that's one that's still like a staple and that I really do love using. Next up is the Urban Decay Setting Spray Mini. This is in the scent Cherry. So they came out with that Urban Decay Naked, the Cherry palette. And during this time, they had also released, I think it was mostly around holiday time, like a mini of the Cherry. And that's $15. And so I did purchase that. And it's pretty decent. The scent kind of reminds me of like cherry, what is it called? Cherry, oh my gosh, why can't I think? Cherry NyQuil is what it kind of reminds me of, like a cherry type of cough syrup. So the scent wasn't like the worst, but it wasn't like the best either. Unfortunately, they released it that one time and they haven't brought it back since. So that's not one that I'm able to repurchase. But I will say I do keep repurchasing the Urban Decay All-Nighters. If I need something to stay, I'm reaching for the Urban Decay All-Nighters. Those are great. So like for holiday time, I'm using that. Another setting spray that I got was the Morphe Peach Mini Setting Spray. I really do like the Morphe Continuous Setting Sprays. That's one of like the few products that I do like from Morphe. Almost everything else I could literally skip and do without. I don't care that much for their eyeshadow palettes. I don't care that much for any of their foundations, brow pencils. Like their Continuous Setting Mist is literally like probably one of like the best in terms of like mister. I love that I can just hold it down and just spray my face. And it like, the mist is so nice. It's so perfect. So there was the peach one. That was $10 for the mini. And that was really nice. It sprayed out nicely. I felt like the scent was nice. I didn't feel like it was overpowering. I didn't feel like it smelled too alcohol-like. I felt like it was a really nice light peach scent. So I really did enjoy that setting spray. I don't think you can get that one anymore either. I tried looking for it on like Ulta's website. I didn't see anything with the peach anymore. I'm not sure if that was limited edition with a certain collection or something. I personally couldn't find that anymore, which is fine. Not a big deal. I'm perfectly fine with like their large size one, but that is like a really, really good setting spray. On to the next setting spray, because my list is literally just full of setting sprays. But on to the next setting spray. I used the Glam Glow Mini Setting Spray. Okay. For the mini, it was $16. So that's probably the most expensive for all of the minis. It's even more expensive than the Urban Decay. And here's the thing with that Glam Glow Mini. I don't really feel like it made my makeup last any longer. And the reason why I say that is it really didn't do much of anything. And it smelled just like water. Like it just reminded me of water. I don't feel like it had any other properties to it. Didn't really make my skin glowy. Didn't make my skin matte. Didn't make my makeup last longer. I just feel like it was probably something that like, if you're needing your face to be like a little bit more refreshed, or you need a little bit more hydration to your face, you could just easily just like spray that on. I think that would be great for that. But in terms of like a setting spray to make my makeup last longer or provide dewiness, I don't think so. I think it's a good product if you are somebody with really dry skin like me and you really just need some easy instant hydration. Other than that, I don't think it was great. I think that, and that being like $16 when I can get the Morphe one for $10 or an Urban Decay for $15. And I know the Urban Decay is going to make my makeup last as well. The Morphe makes it last a little bit longer, not as long as the Urban Decay, but the Morphe one's like $5 cheaper than the Urban Decay. So just something to keep in mind. Not all setting sprays are created equal. All right, next setting spray. I know it's like a never-ending setting spray. I used up a lot of setting sprays one month. Was the Morphe Original Continuous Setting Spray. I think I've already talked about this. That one retails for $16 for the full size. So with the Glam Glow, you're getting $16 for a mini, whereas with the Morphe, it's $16 for the full size. I've already talked about this. I really do enjoy the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I think the large size is great. It doesn't have any fragrance. So that's one that I prefer. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. I really prefer the original over the peach, just because with the peach, it had that fragrance. And sometimes when my skin's already irritated, putting on like a fragrant setting spray makes my skin a little bit more irritated. So I wasn't a huge fan of that. So I am more of a fan of like the full size $16 Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Okay, so then next up is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. This is where one end is like a pencil and one end is a pen. I don't think that this is necessarily a bad product. I definitely had the wrong shade for me. I had definitely like a very warm tone shade, and for me that was just a little bit too warm. This combination does retail for $26. I know they do have more shades. Am I going to repurchase it? I mean, here's the thing, probably not. The reason being is like my number one ride or die brow pencil is the e.l.f. I feel like I find a perfect shade for me, and it's super cheap. It's cheap, it's affordable. And then I don't really use brow pens a lot. So I feel like it was kind of a waste for me to use up the, the pencil and then still have the whole pen side. I would use the pen side like here sporadically. I'm just not much of like a pen type of person. So for me, you know, for it being $26, I would rather purchase something from the drugstore. I'd rather have the brow pencil and then maybe purchase a drugstore type like brow pen or Colourpop maybe even before I would pay $26 for the Urban Decay. All right, next up is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This is in the clear. They do have, I think it's called Give Me Brow if you have tinted. I personally really enjoy the clear. It retails for $24. And I really like that brow product. That really, really, really gives me like the feathery brows. Like, well, this isn't my brow, the setting gel, but I really like how like, you know, it kind of makes my brow stand up. I'm using a gel that is nice, but it doesn't make them stand up quite as much as that Benefit 24-Hour. That is such a great product. I haven't repurchased just because I have so many brow gels that I need to get through. But honestly, it's going to be really hard for me to want to repurchase any of the others when I have this. I might repurchase the one that I'm using in my Shop My Stash now, which is the Juvia's Place. When I want something a little bit more light or maybe a little bit more bold, but I want something like really nice and feathery and really have my brows like stand up and stand in place. I'm definitely going to be reaching for that Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I really haven't found much of anything that compares to that. If you guys know of like maybe a dupe for the Benefit 24-Hour Brow that really makes your brow stand up, let me know. Let me know that down in the comments because I would definitely be interested in checking that out. Next up is from Makeup Revolution. It is the Conceal and Define Concealer. This retails for $7. I really do like this. I feel like for it being $7, it's really nice and creamy and really like easy to blend out. So I do really enjoy that aspect of it. I will say it's really easy to go through. It's not really packed with a lot of product. Truthfully, it's not really packed with a whole lot because I purchased another one. I had already purchased another one, and it was in, I think it was like last month's Shop My Stash. Was it last month? It was either last month or the month before. And it was brand new. I had just opened it, and now I'm already starting to scrape the sides after using it for literally 1 month. So you don't really get a lot of product, but then again, it is also only $7. I really, really like that. So I would say if you're on a budget, that's a pretty good one. If you're not on a budget and you want one that's really nice and creamy and is kind of similar, I would go with the Urban Decay. I think this one, the Makeup Revolution, is supposed to be like a dupe for that. But you know, if I feel like my Urban Decay one lasts a whole lot longer than my Conceal and Define, so I would definitely probably just go with the Urban Decay. Not Urban Decay. It's Too Faced. I would rather just go with the Too Faced one next time. Next up is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is in the mini. The mini retails for $20, and the full size retails for $63. This is a really, really expensive product, but I love this product. I already have repurchased. I have a full size. The reason why I love this so much is because my skin is dry with a capital D-R-Y. Dry. And I need something that's going to be really hydrating, especially during the winter months. Right now, I have like a cold in case you can't tell, because right now we are fluctuating between hot and cold. Like yesterday it was 71 degrees. Today it's supposed to be in the 60s, and then it'll start slowly like getting cold, but it's been going back and forth from like cold to warm, cold to warm, cold to warm. It's driving me nuts. And so it makes my head be like, you know? Okay. Anyways, so that's kind of one of the issues that I'm having, but I love that when my skin is dry, when it is cold and that blistering wind is blowing in your face, I love having this on under makeup because I really, really feel it keeps my skin really hydrated and really nice. So for me, I will probably keep repurchasing this product, especially for in the winter. I think it's great for in the winter. So although it might be like $63, I think that's well worth every penny. Like, it's really good. Up next is the Fenty Hydrating Primer. Now this retails for $32. I feel like this is like, it's a nice primer, but for it being $32, I would rather just get, you know, spend an extra $30 and get the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Like, that's just what I would rather do. I think it was nice. I don't think it's one that I would definitely need to be repurchasing. I have a lot of really good hydrating products that are like my tried and true, such as that, like the vitamin enriched face base is a really good one. I have, it's just a couple others that are in my stash that I've been using that I really like, that are really nice and hydrating. So for this one being just as expensive as it is, I would rather instead just go with the money for the vitamin enriched face base. Even getting the mini. The mini lasts a really good amount of time as well. So yeah, I don't think I would repurchase that. Oh man, all right, next up, this product is the Blvd setting spray. Yeah, okay, so this retails for $4.50. First of all, I did not even get to use it all up, right? I did not use it all up, and I instantly had to get rid of it. I could not stand it. When you spray it, it is so fragranced and so strong that, like, I literally film in, like, my dining room area. Like, that's where I film, and it's like a really big open space. Like, here's the dining room, over there's the kitchen, like it's an open floor plan. And I literally have to go into, like, my bedroom all the way down at the other end of the house and close the door and wait like a good, like, 20-30 minutes before I can re-enter. It is like gagging. Like, it is so strong, it will gag you. I cannot do that. No, it's a no for me. I will not be repurchasing that. I will never recommend anybody buy that. I don't care if it's $4.50. I will talk about some setting sprays. We've already talked about setting sprays that are really nice and affordable, that are minis, and I will be talking about some other really good affordable ones that you can try out, but this is just not one of them. All right, another fail product is the Covergirl Lash Blast. This is in the orange tube. This is $10. That is a terrible product. First of all, it has a plastic wand. I don't really care for a lot of plastic wands. I'm very, very picky with my plastic wands. So there's already one ding against it because this was not a comfortable plastic wand. It was really painful. So I was definitely really against that. But then on top of there being pain with the mascara wand, it did nothing for my lashes. Nothing. Not a thing. So I thought, well, maybe it's going to be like some of the other ones, because sometimes some mascaras, when you first open them, they perform best when they've had a little bit of time to kind of dry out. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait a month, come back, revisit after just had a little bit of time to dry out, see if I like it. Nope. Sure did not. It was not good. I am still very much like, I'm never repurchasing this. I couldn't even finish it. Didn't want to finish it. I tried it a couple of different times, and it was a no for me, and I'm definitely not going to be repurchasing this. So we are currently kind of on a mascara kick right now. The next up is from Blvd. It's the purple tube mascara. I can't think off the top of my head what it's called. This also was not a good mascara. It had a painful plastic wand, and it did nothing for my lashes. I mean, like, nothing. I feel like they looked worse. Like, sometimes, like, the other mascaras made them, at least my lashes, look darker. I feel like this made my lashes look worse. I feel like I should have just not worn mascara at all. I would have better luck not wearing mascara than wearing mascara. It was just, and I feel like I got all over my eyelid, but not all over my lashes. It just wasn't a really good deal. Skip this. Next up is the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. This is an $11 mascara. Now, this is not like a terrible product, but it's not the best product either. I probably wouldn't recommend it. When you first open it, it's not that great. But after you've opened it and you kind of let it set for, I don't know, 3 weeks or more, it starts to then kind of dry a little bit. And then it really does make your lashes look really, really good. But it only lasts for about a month and a half to 2 months. After you've opened it, and then it just kind of gets way too clumpy and way too dry. So I feel like it's kind of like an avocado. Yeah, this mascara reminds me of an avocado. It's an avocado mascara where it's like you buy it and it's like, oh, not ripe yet. But then then it's like, oh, you're ripe. Hurry up and use it. Oh, sorry, you were in the bathroom. So it died. Right? Like, that's kind of what it is, where it's like, either you gotta like open it, wait like 3 to 4 weeks, and then use it. Because if you go much longer than that month, then it'll dry too much and it just becomes clumpy and unusable. So I would say this is the avocado of the mascara world. Is the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. And it's $11. Like, there are better mascaras out there for that same price range or cheaper. It just wasn't that good. Alright, so we have 3 e.l.f. mascaras to talk about. First, we have the Lash It Loud mascara, which is $6. And I mean, again, that wasn't that great of a mascara. Then they have one in the black tube. That is the volumizing one. That is $4. And then you have another one that's also in a black tube. I can't remember what it's called. It might be like the lengthening and something. All of these, and that's $4 as well. What all of these have in common is that they have like really, really painful applicators. Like, I can't start towards the bottom of my like where my lashes are, like my lash roots. I can't start there because it just like pokes me in the eye and it's so painful. And I just feel like it just, for the amount of pain that I was experiencing having to apply this with my like droopy, hooded, creasy, downturned eyes, it wasn't worth it as much as like some other mascaras. Even if these are like the cheapest mascaras, I don't think these are worth it. So I'm definitely not repurchasing them. I didn't use them up. They instantly like went in the trash. Wasn't worth it to me. Not a fan. But I will say that there are some better ones out there. And I will say, if you have more opened eyes, maybe this might work better for you. But since mine are so droopy and downturned, it was just painful. I feel like I find a lot of people do like some of the e.l.f. mascaras, and especially that Lash It Loud. That seems to be really popular. So maybe it's for other eye shapes, but for me, I could not stand using this. I would never want to continue using this. So these are no's. Okay. Next up is the Blvd concealer. Now, I didn't get to really use this. I kind of got to use this, but I really didn't. So, the Blvd concealer, it retails for $4, and you're probably like, what do you mean you used it, but you really didn't? So, I tried doing like a full face of Blvd, especially for like really dry skin. I feel like a lot of people hype it up, but I feel like a lot of them have more oily skin. But I bought a whole bunch of Blvd, like a full face of Blvd to try out. And 2 things I tried was the Blvd concealer, which was $4. But I didn't really get to try that out because it broke. Like, I had like, you know, done this under eye, went to go do this one, the tip broke, and there was no way to get the product out now. So for me, although it was really nice and creamy, you know, the wand broke so easily. And you know, granted, it's $4. I would just rather spend my money on something. I'd rather do like the Revolution Conceal and Define, which has a more stable doe foot, which is $7. So it's like $3 more expensive, but I know it's going to have a stable, more long-lasting doe foot than this. Also from Blvd is the Brow Defining Pencil. This isn't even a pencil. It's like a damn marker. Like, and it's not even like a marker pen. Like, it looks like, you know, like a pencil, but it's just like the way it goes on, the consistency. I need really fine, you know, hair-like strokes for my brows. I could not get this with that pencil. And then it was like so clumpy. So it would leave like chunks of the pencil in my brow. You know, I hated that. It retailed for $4 as well. I would rather spend $1 more to get the e.l.f. one. That's a great one. It's a precise brow pencil. I think that's great. I'm trying to think of like anyone that would be able to use this Milani brow pencil and find it incredible. I'm just not coming up with anyone off the top of my head. Maybe if you had really thick brows already and you just needed to cover, I don't know. It just wasn't good. It was not a good product. Okay, so we're back onto the setting sprays. So the first setting spray we're going to talk about is the Milani Fruit Fetish setting spray. Okay, this is only $5. This is a really good setting spray. If you are on a budget and need to spend some good money, or if you are on a budget and need to find a good setting spray with a budget, I think this is a good one. I know it's like 50 cents or $1 more expensive than the setting spray from Blvd. That'll be well worth your money. Now, this one does have kind of more of an aggressive spritz. And it is fragrance, but I don't find that it's so overpowering like the Blvd. I feel like it's a really nice, like fruity, you know, because it's called Fruit Fetish, fruity scent. I think it does really good. You do have to hold it pretty far away, spray it in your face, or you can spray it like in front of you and then bring it in. I think that works as well. I think it's a really good one for a really affordable price. I really have no issue with it. I use it quite often. I've used that one up. I've got like 3 or 4 more that I really like as well. Once I go through those other 3 or 4, I'm probably going to go pick up some more scents. I think this one was the Dragonberry one that I had used up. So I'm really happy with those. I think those are really good options from the drugstore, especially if on a budget. All right, the next one is another Urban Decay mini. This was in the summer solstice. This came out a couple years ago, I want to say, as like a special scent. I think it was an okay scent. It was like a very nice, fresh, islandy kind of a scent, like when you go to the island. It smells fresh, like on an island. And unfortunately, can't get that one anymore. But I think that you could just, I mean, if you're there for the fragrant part, there's other, go with the Milani one. Those have really nice, good scents to them as well, and they're more cheaper. But if you're not one that's really big on scents, I did also use up the Urban Decay All Nighter, the original. That's $33, whereas the mini is $15. So this one's $33, but this is one that if I need my makeup to last and stay, I need it to be my ride or die. I need, I'm going to be gone for hours, cooking, cleaning, holiday parties, whatever. I need that to last. I'm going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter. That is what I'm using. That is definitely what I'm, using for those special occasions. And since, sometimes it's nice to have a nice scent, but sometimes my skin also needs to breathe a little bit. And so just having that Urban Decay All Nighter there, great. If they have one that's scented, and you like the scents, great too. But overall, I think the original's good to me. Good for me. And they have a mini of the original as well. Next up is my baby, the Pure Bronzer. This is so good. I love it. I got it in like the light or fair shade or whatever. It's so good for my skin tone. It literally lasts me such a long time. I use that so many times. It retails for $26, worth every penny to me. However, I bought it from Ulta, and when I went on Ulta's website to look up the prices, it's no longer on Ulta's website. It's no longer there. So I panicked thinking that this got discontinued and I had missed my opportunity to purchase it. But don't worry, it is on the Pure website, and I can, type in my stuff to get a discount code to get it cheaper. So I'm thinking I may need to repurchase that, repurchase a couple, just in case it is being discontinued, because there's still Pure stuff on Ulta's website and there's new Pure stuff. But there were the Pure bronzers, so I'm nervous that maybe Pure might be coming out with something else and getting rid of those types of bronzers, but that is my favorite, so I'm panicking. But overall, if you can get your hands on this bronzer, it's such a good bronzer, especially if you're as fair as me, because I'm fair. Fair. So if you're as fair as me, then this is definitely a great bronzer. Not easy to go overboard with. You can just literally tap your brush in and just dive right on in. Okay, so next up, I used up 2 Colourpop Lip Oils. One was the purple one, and one was more of a nude kind of a shade. These retail for $8 each, so I spent a total of $16. But I love these. When I had these and I was using them, I would constantly use them with my makeup, with a lip liner, and then throughout the day when it wore off, I could just easily throw the lip oil on and go. I love that. It was hydrating. I love that it was so affordable, because some lip oils can be expensive from some companies. So I love that this was $8. It was cheap. It was affordable. I've already repurchased some lip oils. I haven't broke them out quite yet, but I'm sure I will be here soon, because I do love a nice lip oil. But yeah, I've already repurchased and I'm so excited to use them. All right, another double was I used, I didn't use them up. I tried using the Danessa Myricks Twin Flames, and these just did not work for me. Cream shadows, liquid shadows, really just I have a hard time using no matter what base I do or don't have. And these retail for $26 each, so these are pretty pricey, especially for ones that aren't really going to last on my lid. But I noticed as soon as I put them on, it would just patch, like patches would be gone on my eyes, and it just didn't look cute. It didn't look good. Didn't matter what I didn't do. I tried to make these work because I loved the duochrome. They looked beautiful. Then they said you could use it on your face, so I tried using it as a highlighter, and it just wasn't blending out. I don't know. This just to me wasn't a great product, so I'm definitely just gonna not repurchase those ever, and just call that a loss. Last 2 things to talk about are from e.l.f. So the first up is the e.l.f. Putty Primer. This is the original. I really do like this for a drugstore and as affordable as it is, because it does retail for $9. But with as affordable as it is, as well as it like helps with my pores before makeup, things like that, it works really well with a lot of foundations, other primers that I use. This overall was a really good product. I think I am going to repurchase it. I haven't actually, no, I don't think I have to repurchase it because I think I'm actually getting it. I placed a large order on e.l.f. And I'm waiting for that to get to me, but I think one of the free gifts that I was able to choose was that e.l.f. putty primer. So I don't think I need to repurchase this. But I mean, it's, if I did, I wouldn't be upset about it. I think it's a really good putty primer. I think if you're on a budget, it's really good. And then the last thing from e.l.f. is I did use up an e.l.f. Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is my Ride or Die brow pencil. I love this brow pencil. It retails for $5. The fact that it's so affordable, comes in a lot of great shades. I'm able to find a shade for myself, as well as it does provide really good pigmentation. It makes my brows look really nice. I'm not using it today, but it's definitely one of those, like if I could only have like 3 things in my whole entire makeup collection, or like 3 of each thing, so like 3 brow pencils. What 3 brow pencils would I pick? Literally, I could just say the e.l.f. and I could say I don't really need any other brow pencils. I would just say the e.l.f. and I would be happy with that. Alright, so now we have talked about all of the price points, all of the products that I had, all the makeup products that I have used up, and I used up $419 worth of products. $419 worth of makeup. I am seriously blown away with the amount that I used. Of course, like I've spent probably like thousands of dollars on makeup, but the fact that I've used up $419 worth of products is really mind-blowing to me. I'm really happy with that. So yeah, let me know if you guys have ever done anything like this, where you guys like keep track of like how much you've spent versus how much you've actually been able to use up. This was really like eye-opening to me, and it's kind of like, this bra straps. It's kind of like, do I need to keep purchasing makeup if I literally only, like I've spent thousands of dollars, but I've only been able to use up like $419 worth of products? It's definitely really eye-opening. Let me know if you guys liked this video. I do want to know, because I want to know if you guys want to see this again next year when we go through and see like how much makeup I've used up. Let me know if you guys do want to see that down below. If you did enjoy this content, then definitely go ahead, give this video a thumbs up. This lets me know, this lets YouTube know that you do enjoy this type of content. And if you guys have not yet hit the subscribe button, but you're into content like this, you know, I talk about empties every 3 months. You know, we talk about how much we've used up. I do palette rankings, favorites and fails, shop my stashes, get ready with me, full face of nothing new. 1 month I did a whole month of like trying out just nothing but new eyeshadow palettes to my collection. This month I'm doing basically almost like a month of like nothing new. There are just going to be a couple of videos, but other than that, like it's mainly like just talking to you guys about things holiday related, end of the year related. So if you guys do enjoy that type of content, then definitely give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe, click the little bell so you're notified of all my future uploads, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.